Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Green Lantern, and if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed today's video. In fact, I hope you enjoyed so much that you will consider subscribing and turning the notifications on so that you can be notified when new content drops. Well, today was the day. NBA 2K MyTeam players have been waiting for this. The courtside report that details the changes made to the mode. And of course, everyone wanted to know, was the auction house returning? In fact, it has returned, and there was much rejoicing throughout the land. Let's wait to see how it's implemented before showering 2K with so much love. And if you'll just hold on while I buy a few more shares of Take 2 Entertainment. Okay. All right, so back to today's video. As a primary offline MyTeam player, other than the auction house returning, I was most interested in what changes will be made to the single player modes of Triple Threat and Clutch Time. 2K did make some changes in the form of Breakout, a new mode where players start in the middle of a board called Breakout City, and they have to play and win their games to move towards the outer edges. The board is comprised of Triple Threat, Clutch Time, and shortened 13-card games. We'll get back to that in a bit though. The difficulty increases the closer you get to the edge of the board. So early on, the strategy may be to spiral outward from the center as opposed to making a straight line in one direction. Without knowing the movement mechanics, I'm only speculating here. But if you win and advance, prize points are awarded. Additional prize points are awarded for completing in-game objectives, which provide opportunities to earn prizes faster. Once the player reaches the outer edge of the board, there will be a gatekeeper game. Gatekeepers are like the final bosses that stand between you and the ultimate prize that you fought for. Be mindful though, because 3 losses send you back to the middle of the board and you have to begin the process all over again. Going back to the phrase, shortened 13-card games, I think this is where 2K folded the domination mode into Breakout City. As noted from the courtside report, quote, as you explore each board, you will play against a range of opponents including current NBA teams, historic teams in era-themed games in the 1980s, the 1990s, 2000s, and the 2010s, all-time teams, and teams of new collections released throughout the year, end quote. Those were typically the stages of the domination mode. You start out against the current rosters, and throughout the year they would add historic teams, all-time teams, etc. And I don't recall hearing Stacks or Evan mentioning domination by name, not even to say that domination would not return. So there's certainly something to monitor until we get to September 6th. So is this enough to get me to order 2K? No, it's not, even with the auction house returning. Is it enough to get me to buy 2K at all? Well, as it stands at the time of recording, no, it's not. Implementation is going to be critical for 2K this year. They mismanaged 24 horribly and lost a lot of rapport with me and a decent chunk of the MyTeam community. Am I more interested in 2K25? Yeah, I am. And that may be enough to keep an eye on it after it releases. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider liking and sharing this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications so that you can know when new content is released. As always, I'm Green Lantern, and you're awesome.